What's up guys, Woody here, back with another Gwent video, and this time we're going through my personal reactions to the very recent Thronebreaker leader live stream, I'm pretty sure they called it, or anyway, the most recent live stream that happened on the 25th of January. I'm going to throw a quick apology out there before we get into my impressions. If the video on this YouTube video, if my face cam video starts to go a little stuttery or a little bit kind of laggy, but the audio stays the same, it's something I'm fully aware of. My webcam or the camera I use for these recordings is just dying. It's pretty much dead. I'm going to head into town and get a new one today. So, yeah, I'm sorry if it is, because it'll be very distracting. It'll be very annoying, but I wanted to get this video out there. But yeah, so the Gwent live stream happened on 25th. I like being honest. I didn't watch it on the 25th. We were out at a dinner party. I managed to watch it first thing this morning, 26, and I made some notes, lots of notes on what I thought to the live stream. And I'm going to kind of go through them with you, as you'd expect with these kind of live stream videos. Sorry, these live stream reaction videos. There's not going to be any gameplay. It's going to be completely based on going through cards that getting changes and different areas that I want to kind of talk about, I suppose, really. I'll try to keep it around about 20 to 30 minutes, but I love waffling, so there's a chance it may be slightly longer. But I'd love you to stick around and hear my full impressions of the live stream reaction, or reaction to the live stream. So, we've been getting lots of information recently on the new leaders. Three have been announced: Arnold, Meave, and Arnjolf. Honestly, Arnjolf's my favourite so far. Actually, offers something exciting for me to Skellige. I feel like Skellige's pretty boring in terms of leaders at the moment, if I'm being completely honest. Please don't hate me on that. But their abilities are just like damage or ping or discard. They just don't seem very linear. This one actually sets up for combos. Like, yeah, you go, drop 2 blades and I play Harold and then I get the 20-point swing. It's not really a combo. It is a combo. It's just a very lazy combo. This offers like a versatile combo, having Arnjolf to drop, do the 3 damage. All of a sudden, you can get a Heimdall combo off of it. You can get a Bloodthirst combo off of it. There's so many things you can get done on that combo. The damaged enemy by the amount of damaged enemies, all of a sudden you've added 3 to that number, like board clear. There's so many things that can happen. That's why I think it's genuinely interesting leader for Skellige. But this isn't a leader video. It's what I want to get out there. I will be doing a video closer to so once all the leaders have been announced, I'm kind of building decks in the background that I'm going to trial with them. And what I'm going to do is I'll do a whole preview of all the 5 decks I've built. This is what I'm going to be playing with these leaders, and then we'll go through each one by one in a video and kind of go, yeah, do you know what, this deck was rubbish, or this deck was okay, I need to make some changes, these are probably what I'm going to make, or this deck was very good, probably the first one. But anyway, yeah, enough on leaders. We still need to hear about Eldain and Gurnikora, but looking forward to them. Great job so far, CDPR. Let's dive into this most recent live stream. So, in case you didn't see the live stream, the first big change I kicked off with was, we can't see it yet because I'm not a developer and I don't have access to their build. The reward book. The reward book's getting a bit of an overhaul. There's going to be there's going to be a yearly reward book page, or a yearly page as such, okay? And on that page is where you're going to unlock the new leaders. So the 5 new leaders, they have already confirmed they're going to be 15 points per leader. So it's going to be 75 points to get the leaders. That's why I'm kind of trying to grind away and get that 75 points for the end of January. They haven't confirmed whether you need to unlock tiers to get to those leaders. And obviously, the leaders are going to have different skill node trees within that leader. There's also a whole skill book, a whole page that they showed off with golden node areas. So let's say, for example, let's just jump into Usurper again. Around some of these, you'll have a gold circle, and then when you unlock that one, it will go, you get like a premium card, for example. The one they gave away was a premium. Basically, I think they're giving away Premium Witches is the first card they're giving away, which is cool. Like, I don't think I even own Premium Witches, so I'm all game for that. And then in the bottom corner down here, they showed off, it's going to be Year of the Boar or Year of the Pig. I think it was Year of the Boar. And then you unlock the bottom chest in the corner. You get a new game board, which is going to be like a boorish piggy game board. I mean, there's piggies on the game board, which is quite cool. And then you have little perks of that. So I've just noticed my camera is going very. So apologies guys. please stick with me. It's just the actual gameplay video won't mess up, my audio won't mess up, just my stupid face cam will mess up. But it's saying that it's going to be rectified very, very soon. So, yeah, on the reward points, on the reward book, I should say actually, they did say later in the stream, seasonal trees are not coming until March, which I'm absolutely fine with. I'd rather, they're making so many quality of life, they're making so many developmental, they're making so many kind of integrated changes and balance patches and bringing new leaders to the game that I think with all, I say I can't speak for everyone, but personally I definitely would rather all that over just having some more cosmetic stuff to unlock in a tree. Of course I want the borders, of course I want the card backs, of course I want some of the cool cosmetic stuff they're going to have in the game. But I'm more interested in balance patches and making the game a more viable TCG for people to jump into. So yeah, they've confirmed that they won't be next month. They want to take the time. They want to get them right, which is fair play to them. There's too many developers that I know of will throw cards out there just because they want to get the cards out, or to get the patch out there, sorry, and it won't be ready. Good job on CDPR. They want to get it right, and they're going to wait until March. So a little thing on that. Okay, let's jump into card changes. Card changes, some good, some okay. They're all good. There's two I don't disagree with. Two I think are a little bit harsh. So, first up, I think this one's a little bit harsh, and that is the Mighty Regis. So, Regis Higher Vampire. If you don't know what this card does, it's a game winner if it goes off. Deploy on the melee range, on the melee row. Drain all boosts from an enemy. So let's say you're playing 2 monsters, they drop a ghoul, they consume that 13 guy. That ghoul sat at 14, you play Regis Vampire. Not only do you clear that 13 boost from them, it goes on to Regis Vampire. So now Regis Vampires are 14, they're a 1. It's a 26 point swing. It's massive. He's been not nerfed, he's been adjusted, and the adjustments that's happened with Regis High Vampire is that his ability, so he's now 4 power, he comes out 4 power, but he's an order ability. So he's the exact same ability, but not on deploy. You have to play a melee row, wait a turn, and then get the ability off. So with that said, he's probably going to run a lot more in Foltest deck, or be more seen in Foltest decks. He'll probably combo in Northern Realms with someone like Vez, who gives Zeal to a unit. The reason I think this is a little harsh is because I don't run this card much anyway. Now, unless you're setting up for a Regis High Vampire player, unless you're boosting their enemies, playing the off-guard cards to boost yourself by 3 and boost an enemy by 3 and things like that. Times I've run Regis Vampire, I would say he goes off 20% of the time. And for a finishing card that you can only get off 1 in 5 games, that's not a very good finishing card. I've had so many games where I know the Uni Cairo combo runs, but if they drop the Unicorn round 1 to win the round, you save Regis High Vampire for round 3. Chances are not many other decks. You might get a boost of 2 or 3, and you're basically spending 10p to get a swing of 4. Like, it's not good. I don't run this card much because I've had less success with it than I would have. The only time I think it's okay to run is in something like a Woodland Spirit deck, where you got a pretty big, strong, powerful deck anyway, and then this can be just like a bolt-on finish. If you need to mulligan him, you can. He's not your main finishing card. Yeah, but he's been mulligan. He's been not errated, should I say. 4 cost power, and his ability is now an order. This face cam is really pissing me off, so it's probably really pissing you guys off as well. We've got Unicorn and Cairo. Everyone knew this was coming. It was obvious it was coming. Did it need to come? Possibly, purely because everyone was running them in their deck. Now, the changes or the errata to the cards is something it's a lot softer than I expected it would be. So in case you don't know what Unicorn and Cairo do, these guys here, Unicorn at the moment is boosts the unit by 4. If you have Cairo in hand, double that amount. So you boost it by 8. Cairo is exactly the same, but with damage. Damage the unit by 4. If you have Unicorn in hand, damage it by 8. It's changed now to if you control. So basically, if you have Unicorn on the board, then you can play Cairo for 8. So it used to be the first card you played would be the most powerful one. It's now the second card you play. So that's going to take some people getting used to. They play Unicorn. Okay, they have an 8 damage in their hand. Let's make sure that they get as little value out of that as possible. They have a boost, and and things like that. You can still get some big combos with Blue Dream nicking their unicorns and Kairos from the graveyard and playing them there. I think this is a very good change, actually, a very good errata. I predicted they would put them to 10 each card, because at the moment they're worth 20 with the combo. Making them a 20-point play would mean even value, but as they said, they wanted them to offer more, and they're not a guaranteed 20 value. You're not guaranteed to get both in hand in a single round. Yeah, like fair play CDPR, this is a change I think is very, very good. Having it on the board is solid. And I believe one of the, I think Jolly Gamer, a username or a person called Jolly Gamer over on Twitch, who watches my Twitch streams regularly, predicted this change, and fair play, buddy. Well done, you absolutely nailed it. Yeah, when they're on the board, the ability then goes off. Next up, I love these changes. Shield and Spear, the artifacts, are getting some pretty tasty changes. So, at the moment, Shield, or the Wyvern Scale Shield, if you don't know, it boosts a unit by 1 every turn, basically, cooldown on 1. So every turn you can boost a unit by 1. Spear does exactly the same, but pings an enemy for 1 damage, or pings a unit, not an enemy, anyone on the board for 1 damage. These have both got changes where they will only reset the ability. So it's not cooldown 1 anymore, it's ability resets when you play a unit. So for example, they play Shield first card, they then play Spear, they can't use Shield again because they haven't played a unit to reset the card. They haven't played a unit to reset the Shield. They can ping with the Spear, but if they don't play a unit after that, they still can't use the Shield and the Spear. The reason this is massive, like so good, is 2 reasons. First, that decks that run artifacts in a organic kind of synergized manner are not affected. So let's say, for example, I know I always moan about Crate, but Crate is like, the reason I moan about Crate is because I find it just a very boring deck to play. But Crate that runs Spears isn't affected. He only runs 2 Spears, that's it. He doesn't run Spears of an artifacts and artifacts. You drop a Spear, he'll play a unit. Crate is still going to be absolutely fine, unchanged, okay? So, yeah, that's why it's good, because these changes don't affect decks that run artifacts how they were intended to be run. However, you want to go and play some degenerate Ethne deck, you want to go and play some degenerate Woodland deck, you want to go play some degenerate freaking Brewer deck, by all means do so, but your Spears, your Shields will not reset until you play a unit. So those overly abused artifact decks will literally be no more with these cards, because they cannot get them off. They can't, they're going to ping it for 1 and then want to leave it on the board. Like, no chance. So though, yeah, I think it's a great change because it puts artifacts in line with how they were meant to be played. It's a change I'd have liked to have seen with Sea Hill, to be honest. I still think the 2 cooldown was way too harsh. I think it would have been something along the lines of, you need a soldier. You need someone on the road to activate Sea Hill's ability, and then that gives a removal ability on them. But anyway, this is not a Sea Hill live stream reaction thingy that happened last time. This is this is a very, very, very good change. Probably the best one today, I think, if I'm being completely honest. That one, okay, one other as well, what I got onto later. But huge change, loving the look of it. So yeah, great job CDPR. Last one, I think, is a little harsh, I'm not going to lie. Skiru. Now, I always say his name wrong, so please let me know in comments if you think I'm an idiot by saying his name wrong. Skiru. Destroy all units with the same power as Skiru. Now, the reason this card is so powerful is partly because he's a Scoia'tael card, and Scoia'tael have so many setups for this card. For example, Ethne can ping the 4, so you can play Cold Forest, bring him out, you can ping him down 2, he goes off 3, he goes off a 4, he goes off a 5, he goes off a 2, you can buff him again, so you can buff him up to a 6 in hand. So basically in an Ethne deck, you can get him off at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a Brewer deck, you can go off at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Like, he's huge. And he should be huge because he is Scoia'tael's only finishing card at the moment. He's the only one they really have. His change is the fact that now, when he destroys all the cards of the same power as him, he destroys himself. Some people might be thinking, that's not that powerful. That can be huge. That can be massive. I have lost so many games with this against this card by like say 2, 3, 4 points. If he's a 5-cost card and they would have won by 2, 3, 4 points, they'd have then lost by 1, 2, or 3 points. Yeah, it's gonna. I don't think you'll see any less play. I think it's in the long run, it's a good change. At the moment, I think it's a little bit harsh because I think it's a hard card to set up anyway. You have to kind of play around him, and he's easy to counter against because 90% of Scoia'tael decks are running Skiri. If they're playing Bluva or they're playing Ethne, there's a very high chance they're running Skiri. And it basically means that you can play around it. If they're playing, you can work out what they're going to bring Skiri at. You can keep their cards at that cost, or you can kind of ping your own cards to make sure he's not coming off. It's probably, like I said, a good change in the long run. The first impression, I was like, oh, I don't think this card needs touching. I've probably lost to it 2 or 3 times in the whole of this season, which isn't that bad. Like, yeah. So, but like I said, in the long run, it probably does make it more beneficial, and it's something for Scoia'tael players to take in consideration when setting up their Skiri play at the end. Are they going to get enough with the Skiri play? So that was, oh no, there was 2 more. 2 more cards that got some changes. This was a very small change. But a change I appreciate because an archetype I really want to play around with more are traps. I don't even own this card because traps at the moment I feel like are not quite the place they want to be or they need to be. The simple change here is it's gone from 14 to 13. So Gambit, if you have 4 or more traps in your side deck, play 2 of them at random. So it's pretty good. Like, yeah, it drops down by 1. They seem to have a bit more of a focus on traps. I'm still very, 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 very sure that the new Scoia'tael leader is going to be a trap-based leader. We will have to see. And the last card that we got look at is, I mentioned this in the last video, Lefo. Now, Lefo, obviously, he loses his ability. He went to 9 power. So you could play him for now, a 9 body for 11. His power's changed. He's now gone back down to 5 power, so he's a 5 power card. But the way his abilities work is, if you play him on the ranged row, you can lock an enemy unit. If you play him on the melee row, if you play him on the melee row, you can lock an enemy unit. If you play him on the ranged row, you can add a withdrawal, which is cool. Like, I love Nilf. Oh, and he's 9, sorry. No, he's 8. He's down to 8, not 11. So you've a 5 or 11, lock, or an extra mulligan. My favourite archetype of decks at the moment is mid-range Nilfgaard. That's honestly my favourite. I have a mid-range Usurper deck. I really enjoy playing that. I have a mid-ranged Emir deck. I really like playing that. I honestly think that this will probably slot straight into one of my decks. Straight in as a mid-range card. It gets you a mulligan, it gets you a lock. I also run Van Hamer in my Usurper deck, so it sets up another play with Van Hamer with the lock removal. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's a nice little change, and it kind of feeds into what Nilfgaard can do anyway. Like, creating that lock deck maybe isn't so far away as there's another lock card with 5 body power, but gives the versatility of a mulligan. Pretty big, and I think that's a nice little change. Leaders. Leaders have got a few changes coming up. Some nice changes as well. So we'll kick off with my favourite leader, errata, or slight change. And that is my girl, the one that I used to love playing so much, Arrakis Queen. Now, Arrakis Queen is going from 12 to 15, which is pretty massive. I loved Arrakis Queen originally. I still don't think she gets tons and tons of play. Not because you get, like, mostly because the way Arrakis Queen sets up with the whole spawning extra drones and all that, when the play goes off, it's massive. It's huge. The combos you cannot control, you can't stop. It's crazy. However, with there being so much face aggro in the game at the moment, and lots of decks running cards like Yerden, there's so many resets. The 1-cost drones get just cleared all the time. Your big cards just get cleared. They get locked. So I still don't think we get tons of matches against Araka's Queen. Maybe the March patch will bring some new cards in that actually, do you know what? They make her a really viable leader again. I think she's definitely one of the most fun leaders to play. She's definitely one of the most fun decks to play. And the fact that she's gone up to 15 is good that CDPR are finally realising that she needed a few more P to her overall arsenal, should we say. Amir is getting nerfed. He's gone from 14 to 12. Pretty big. It's going to make shoot decks even harder to make because all of a sudden shoot is an expensive card. You're going to have to lose 2p on the shoot. And you can't run duplicates. So shoot decks are going to be even shitter when they don't find shoot. And they're pretty shit when they don't find shoot already. So yeah, that'll be interesting because, I mean, I don't mind shoot decks, but the issue is it's a gimmicky deck. You're building your deck around one card. You don't find that card. Or that card doesn't come out and does what it wants you to do in the short round. You have an absolutely pony deck that's even worse now because you have 2 less provisions. And the last one that got a buff was Bran. Where's Bran gone? Where's Bran gone? Where has Bran gone? Bran's gone from 13 to 16. Cool. I like this card. I feel like the discard mechanic, it will be a lot more playable after March. Once you get new cards, I think there'll be, even just having 2 more discard cards in there, like, creates a lot more opportunity. I feel like this deck is very close to having something powerful. I'd like some kind of pirates to kind of do some kind of discard ability. I don't know exactly what yet, but it'll just be a cool archetype to have the discard mechanic running rather than just the kind of what I honestly think is a bit two-dimensional Skeleton at the moment. I just realised my Twitch stream stuff is still up. I'm going to get rid of it now. We're like halfway through the video, but I'm sorry, it's still up now. It's gone now anyway. Okay, so that's leaders. What I will say on the leaders, one thing I really appreciate is the fact since they've gone from the mulligans to the provision costs, the ability to adjust and nerf and balance leaders is so much easier. So simple to come out and go, yeah, we're going to give them 3 extra P. Yeah, we're going to take away some provisions. Yeah, we're going to add provisions. Good job, CDPR. Good job on basically realising that the mulligans wasn't a great way of balancing leaders. I'm not saying it was a bad decision from the start because, hey, how do you know it's not bad? How do you know it's not a good decision until you try it? They tried it, it didn't work. They were quick to fix it, and now I think the provisions is probably the best. Some of the most balancing stuff I've seen in a TCG. So, yeah, good job, honestly. Yes, quality of life changes. Now, these aren't really affecting cards, but quality of life changes are kind of right off through these nice and quickly. Premium cards are coming back to consoles. You can choose whether you want just one card showing the current card you're on as premium. It will show on the other person's screen as all premium, apparently. Or you can have all of them shown as premium on yours. Apparently, the issue was if it's over 30 cards on console, then there might be some frame rating issues if there's over 30 premiums. But hey, they addressed it. People wanted it. They addressed it. Good job. Opening leader screens, they showed a little thing where they went into a game. It was a lot slicker. It was a lot smoother. There wasn't a double audio file issue where it was like, I'll make Nilfgaard Glade again. But it was like slightly outlaid. So it was like, sounded like they were in a chamber shouting for a megaphone. That's gone. It's been patched. And when they come in, there's like more slickness on the leader animations. Also, when you pass around, it doesn't show leader animation anymore. It just passes, goes bang, straight up to the opponent. When you press end round, it goes straight up to the opponent. When it clears cards at the end of a round, it doesn't go it just goes bang. Like, all cards gone. Nice, quick, seamless, bang. Really, really good. And another big thing, I don't realise this because I don't play on console anymore, but apparently there's some huge gamepad improvements coming. The ability to add shortcuts to some commands, the ability to kind of press a button to get straight to leader ability, jump from one end of the row to the other end of the row, kind of really quick. So people who do play on console, that's something you're definitely going to want, and you're willing to get used to those. The shortcuts, especially if you're playing Northern Realms or something, because you're going to have lots of charges, you don't get lots of time, and you need to keep picking the right cards. Now, I'll talk about the esports stuff at the end because we won't go on that loads because esports kind of sums itself up and I didn't go into too much with it. The next thing I think is massive. It's so big and it's so good on so many areas, okay? So, Rank changes are incoming. At the moment, if you must know, you win a rank game, you go up. You lose a rank game, you go down. You lose 5 rank games in a row, that's it. You just all of a sudden have gone from rank 7 to rank 8 to rank 8 to rank 9 to rank 9 to rank 10. We've all been there. We've all been there when we're playing around with new decks. And I got into a really shitty mood about 2 weeks ago with Gwent because I was just coming across the same 4 decks. I was trying to be experimental. I was trying to create decks to counter them. And I honestly lost about 4 ranks. I went from rank 6 to just almost rank 11. Because I was trying to do what the game should encourage and be experimental. I wasn't net decking. I wasn't going, oh, what's this streamer playing? I'm going to play that exact same deck. And that's all I'm going to play to climb rank. They have completely shut that down by basically saying you will never go down a rank. Now, what that means is if we go on to my rank now. So my rank at the moment is rank 7. Okay. I don't know why it says 5. My highest I ever got to was 4, but I dropped down to 7. I've made this quite common knowledge before. I am pushing for Pro Ladder, and I just need to have a session where I'm playing strong decks. But I just like playing weird and wonderful decks sometimes. Anyway, so there's 5 sections to each rank. As you can see here, I've got 3 sections full on 7. 2 more, I go full 7. 3 more wins, I go to 6. If I was to lose 4 games now at this rank, well, 4 games after the end of January patch comes in, I would go back to completely blank 7, but I would not drop back to 8. I would stay in 7. If I then went and won 6 games, I'd move to 6, and I can never go below 6. Now, you might go, oh, that's broken. People are just going to be in Pro Ladder all the time. Not necessarily, because it still means to climb a rank, you need a 7 to 1 win ratio. Or effectively you need like a 3 to 1 win ratio come off another like 4 to 1 win ratio. You need big win ratios to still get through ranks. It just means that you won't get that spiral where you're playing decks you enjoy but are maybe not that powerful and you're flying down. This is great for 2 reasons. First reason, it's not intimidating for new players. New players coming in who kind of play around, get to like rank 15, maybe rank 10. Then all of a sudden it starts getting hard and they go to rank 8 because they plan a deck, they change their deck out, they drop to rank 12. They go to rank 10, they drop to rank 12. They go to rank 9, they go to rank 12. That happens, that can happen a lot in these games. Just kind of doing this and just being like, fuck's sake, what the hell do I need to do to get up these bloody ranks? That's gone, okay? What it also allows is it allows for more kind of, not creative freedom, but more encouragement with creating quirky and new decks. Okay, not encouragement, more, I suppose, confidence to try out weird and wonderful decks. Because you create a weird, cool little deck and then you take it into casual, that's fine. But casual matchmaking is a bit all over the place at the moment. You don't know exactly who you're playing against in casual. You're not getting what I would call a competitive test. Whereas if I was to take it into rank 7, rank 6, rank 5, and play a new deck there, I know I'm getting a competitive challenge. I'm playing someone who's playing a deck they are aiming to win with. And I can see how my new deck plays against things like, and I can play 4 or 5 games. If I just get into rank 6 and I go, do you know what, this stream actually, we're not going to even bother trying to climb rank. We're going to build this deck and we're going to play weird and wonderful stuff. I haven't got to worry about dropping to rank 10 because I was trying to build a completely new deck. I can keep that deck competitive at rank 6 without being penalised by dropping down, which is massive. So that is probably the biggest change, I think. I'm going to say that's probably the biggest change, just ahead of Shields and Spear change. That's the biggest change for me, this patch coming. I think it's brilliant. I think it's a good thing from them. It doesn't, people who are worried about Pro Ladder getting overwhelmed with players, I don't think it means that at all. Pro Ladder will still be the top 500, stay in there, the rest get bumped out. They haven't confirmed where the resets will happen. They have said maybe it'll be, they're looking at 4 places. So say, for example, I finish the season rank 7, I'll drop to rank 11. If I finish the season rank 4, I'll drop to rank 8. If I finish the season rank, I don't know if they'll do it under 4. They might do it if you finish at 4, you go to 5 again, because it'll be a bit harsh if you get to rank 2, and then you get bumped back to rank 6. That's quite harsh. Especially for getting something like rank 2. But anyway, it might mean that maybe we make Pro Ladder because we have really good win streaks and then I go on to dreadful losing streaks. Who knows? It may mean eventually being competitive, playing lots of the game, I may make Pro Ladder. Who knows? But yeah, that's a massive change, and I'm really looking forward to that being implemented. Now, before we go, we quickly touch on the last things they said. So, Gwent Masters, Gwent Open is coming. Gwent Open is coming in March. They have said it's going to be kind of wrap up of season 1. There's going to be maybe some cool rewards for people watching it. Yeah, I'm interested in watching it. I'm interested in watching high level Gwent play. I'm interested in looking at what people are running and all things like that. Yes, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens with the Gwent Open. I think Gwent Masters is coming afterwards. Now, that's like your elite high level Gwent gameplay options, okay? We want to watch it because we were watching the Pumpkins, we were watching the Shimiris, we were watching the potential Freddy Babes if he's back up there. We're watching the elite players up there, showing what they can do with their factions, with their new decks, with their weird and wonderful decks, and playing against other very competitive tier 1 decks. But I was more interested in what they said afterwards. Now, although I'm aiming to push for Pro Ladder and push up the ranking, they mentioned and kept reiterating they really want to bring in tournaments for everyone. And this is something that so many TCGs get wrong, physical and digital. Of course they have to lend a hand to high level play because, because, for example, we all watch Gwent streamers. I'm a Gwent streamer, but I would still go watch Gwent streamers who are higher ranked than me because I want to see what they're playing, what they're doing. And that's a marketing tool for that developer. That developer is a free marketing tool. So by giving competitions and prize pools and events for the elite guys, you're keeping them interested in your game. You're keeping a free marketing tool, a free marketing engine running. That's my kind of business cap on. Business cap off. You're also giving something for the community to get excited about. You're giving them something for the people to go, oh, sweet, you've seen this new tournament coming up? Wow. Oh, look, they got these cards, or this is the condition of these tournament, okay? But they are so often aimed at elite, high, top level players. CDPR said in the most recent stream that they are focusing on more tournaments for everyone. That is amazing. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it will be like rank 10 to rank 20 or rank 20 to rank 30, rank 1 or rank 5 to rank 10. I don't know how they do it. But tournaments for everyone will be amazing. Obviously, we've done like the Faction Challenge, which was like community tournaments. But tournaments for you personally, where you can maybe qualify for further tournaments, is amazing. Like, that's so good. Even if it's all just online, and let's say like you're playing in a tournament, you choose your faction, you can build different decks, but you can only play as that faction in the tournament. Let's just say that, for example. Then the top 5 players from rank 10 to rank 20, and then rank 5 to rank 10 or something like that, or rank 1 to rank 5. Top 5 players from each of those then go, or top 6 go in and then play a knockout tournament, a scheduled knockout tournament, where they can be live on like, I don't know how it works. CDPR can put it on their Gwent stream, I don't know. Maybe it's not live, but then by going up, and the winner of that bracket of tournament gets a unique title, gets a border, gets an interview with CDPR saying, like, giving recognition to players who play rank 10 to 20 or 20 to 30 is great, because you've got to remember they're not necessarily bad players. They're probably even new to the game. So all of a sudden giving them a carrot of going, look at this cool little tournament, you can come and play, like, come and eat this carrot. Yes. Or they're just very busy people who jump on Gwent and can only give Gwent 3 to 4 hours a week. And I don't have time. Like, I don't have tons of time for Gwent. I just make time for Gwent because I like streaming it, and I do stream it, and I think I'm currently like 350, 460 hours in the game, which sounds loads, but compare that to Pumpkin, to Bushwook, to Shimiri, I think those guys are like 2,500. So that is perspective, and I think I play the game a lot anyway. Those guys play it insanely amounts more than me. So there's no way someone like me can compete with people like them, and there's no way someone in rank 20 to 30 who's got 50 hours could potentially compete with someone like me. Like, it's all in ratio. So creating these tournaments for everyone, like they're saying, however they work them, is great. Like, card back maybe, like, just little ways of when you're playing at someone, oh my god, they must have won that tournament. Awesome. Like, wow. And a bit of recognition, like, yeah, I think that's great. I think that's really, really good. And it's something other CCGs don't do. They lean too heavy on their top tier players, esport level, but don't get me wrong, that's where the money is, but it's not where the community is. The community is normally further down the ranks, and those guys, like, I don't get many pro ladder players jumping into my streams. There's a couple that come by and say hi, and I appreciate their feedback. But most of them are people come in and go, oh yeah, I've been playing Gwent for like 2 weeks, or I'm playing Gwent for a month. Yeah, I'm only like 10 hours into the game. What do you recommend here? What do you recommend there? And if we can say, oh yeah, well, here's a deck here. Build this deck at that level. That will do you well. That's going to get them and keep them, importantly, in the game so long. And it will help Gwent. And as I've said this before, Gwent has all the potential at the moment, and it's looking like it could become one of the most played TCGs, digital TCGs, or sorry, I always get corrected, digital CCGs ever. So yeah, good job, guys. Good job. And the final thing we got was there was some frame breaker optimization for consoles. Apparently it was needed. I don't play frame breaker on consoles, but apparently it was needed. They leaked a couple of cards at the end. It looked really nice. They were all premium cards. There was one where it was like a vampire card. This feeds into my thoughts for the theme of the expansion, but vampire card with breathing blood or something like that. I think it's gonna be some kind of drain card personally. There was one that had a bit of banter where there was like a horse, and it had a horse, a dog on top of a horse, and a cat on top of a dog, and a chicken on top of the cat. It was all wavy and weavy, and it was cool. And then there was it looked like a dwarf sat down, or a dryad sat down. No, it wasn't a dryad. It was definitely a dwarf sat down with some pigs around them licking them. Lots of pigs in this video, but you know, I'm partial to the odd pig. So yes. Leaked cards are cool. So quick wrap up of my general thoughts, guys. I'm trying to rattle through this. Sorry, I'm banging my desk now. Trying to rattle through this to kind of get through it, because I don't want it to go on for feckin' ever. But I could talk about Gwent forever. So CDPR have proven they are so keen on supporting Gwent. It's not a side project to them. It's not Blizzard's Hearthstone. It's like, yeah, we're making this game. Guys, can you just go sort out Hearthstone? Yeah. I tell you what, we released these like 3 broken cards, and everyone run the same 3 or 4 decks just flat out, and then ranked will come like a really toxic shit environment. It's not that. It is very much a case of, do you know what, this card's getting way overplayed. Cairo and Uni are in every deck. We don't want to break them. We don't want to sea heal them. We want to just make sure that they are still playable. They're still in every deck. They're just harder to get the combos off, or not necessarily harder. They're easier to read. They play the card. Okay, we now know that other card is potentially in hand. We don't know if it's there or not. It's a bit more mind gamey and going, if they have Cairo in hand now, I need to make sure. If they have Uni in hand, I need to make sure I keep my Regis maybe to get the drain off. Yep, so that's really cool. Most card changes are great. The only one I was slightly down on was the Regis. I don't know if it needed the order ability. I can see why. But I think it's just Sea Hill players getting salty at the fact that they got the drain on them. The card, like I said, I think it's a 20% success card, really. I don't think it comes off very high. Even if it comes off with a 4 boost on a Cairo, on a Unicorn, it's only a swing of 8. That's not a finishing swing. Even a swing of 16 isn't like, it could be game winning, but it's not like fucking massive. Like, what, they're going to nerf Hubert? Because Hubert swings often at the end with the setup for 40 points. So 40, 50 points. Yeah, I mean, and Hubert's easy to set up for rather than Regis. I just think it's some people getting salty. I don't think it's a bad change. I just don't think the card needed the touching it got. But hey, we're all entitled to our opinion. Union Cairo, yeah, fair enough, good changes. Shield and Spear, absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys, great job. Skaroo, yeah, I think it's fine. I think in the long run I'll get used to it and be like, yeah, that was fine. I don't even run Squirtle. It will definitely make mathematic challenges, or more of a mathematic challenge for Squirtle players. And Gambit and Letho's a card I'm probably going to be including in most of my Nerf card deck. So yeah, that's fine. Yearly board or yearly reward book, good addition. It's more rewards. Again, it's kind of the high level players who've unlocked most of their reward book can then go something else to unlock now and get new game boards and all things like that. People who are just chipping away at it can go, actually, I don't want to go here. I want to go here and get some more ore. There's more options for stuff like that. And also premium cards and new game boards. So that's pretty cool. Quality of life changes are great. Like, really good. The game's speeding up. They have said that there's going to be a few, they need to get a bit more off to kind of get it even faster and faster and faster and slicker and slicker and slicker. But the quality of life changes there so far are great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what goes on. And I think in 2-3 months' time, Gwent will be very nicely optimized, will be very quick, very slick, very fast, Very nicely animated as it is already. I mean, just look at this fucking card. This card's beautiful. Oh. And then, and yeah, rank changes, absolutely brilliant. Great job, guys, for in terms of deck building potential, deck teching. So, like trying out decks against competitive decks, and not making people want to just run away and never play the game again because they sit down 4 ranks. Great job. And all this has got me excited so much for March. I'm not even kidding. All this has got me so excited for March. March's update is going to be massive. I look forward to seeing what they're going to bring in. They have said that there is definitely a theme. So my question to you guys is, please hit in the comments below, and I'll know this then if you do comment below. But you've watched the whole video, so thank you very much for that. But please hit in the comments below, what do you think the theme is? They said there's a definite theme running throughout. What do you think the theme is? Not your theme. What's your guess for the theme? What's the theme in March going to be? The 100 cards coming in March. What's the overall theme? We've seen a few leaks now. Get down below and throw in the comments, what do you think the theme is? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And I will... Next video, I'll share my thoughts on the theme, because I've got a couple of ideas. I need to think about them a little bit more, because you know I'm not losing this challenge. I want to deck and win it. But yeah, that is going to wrap up this video, guys. Again, apologies for my webcam / face cam. It's shit. It's annoying. It's crap. But that's what you get for not having an expensive webcam. I didn't expect my streaming to go as successful as it has. So it's probably time I invested into VR. I mean, people, you want to see this in full HD, don't you? I mean, you're only human. Wow, that sounds arrogant, but I don't care, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, guys. If you like these videos, then, or if you like this video, then, hey, give it a little like. It means a lot, guys. It really does. And if you like what I do at What's Up Woody, then why not subscribe? And this is important to get out there. I've got a deck that I didn't completely build. I've made some changes to it. I've got a deck sent to me that I've been playing with. It's a Death Wish deck. I made little changes here or there to it. That's my next deck video. Probably go live beginning of next week. But I just want to say that I've not stopped doing deck videos. People are like, I've had a couple of people going, well, where's the deck videos? This channel is not going to be this is a deck, 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 this is a deck. This channel is very much, oh look, this is a deck I've been playing, I've had some success with it. For example, my Usurper deck I put up there. Lots of people have been commenting on that, playing on that. It's my most viewed video. People saying like, yeah, really enjoying the deck. Someone found it, been playing it on Pro Ladder, made some changes or iterations to it, and it's even more powerful now. Brought it back, and they were like, thanks for the deck, it's really cool, I had a lot of fun with it. It handled itself at Pro Ladder, so I'm like, sweet baby, that's what I want to hear. But I also like doing stuff like beginner videos, tip videos, kind of card crafting videos. I'm going to be doing a leader impression videos when all the leaders are announced. We'll then do a big hype video for the March expansion as we get more leaks, guessing kind of what cards you want, what the mechanics are going to be, what they're going to flesh out more, what they're going to steer away from more, what new mechanics they're going to add into the game. Yeah, so this is not just a deck channel, guys. Yes, it's a Gwent channel at the moment. There may be the other odd CCG or TCG or something there creeping every now and then, depends what happens. But for now, it is Gwent only. And if you want to hear beginner videos, impression videos, reaction videos, deck videos, then yeah, this is the place for you. And I'm waffling like mad now, so I'm going to shut up and go. Leave you guys be. Thank you so much again for stopping by, guys. If you want to see me stream over on Twitch, the link is below. I stream Monday evenings, Wednesday evenings, Sunday mornings, all the way through to late afternoon. So please stop by for those. We're playing some Death Wish monsters at the moment because monsters are getting 50% extra XP. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And until next time, just be great. Just stay amazing like you guys are. And keep fighting the Gwent fight. Fuck, that's so bad. But anyway, keep fighting the Gwent fight. Goodbye.